All right, now can you hear?
I can hear now, thank you.
Okay, sorry about that.
Quite all right.
Is the Assistant Attorney General on? Maybe he can't hear either. Mr. Vanderbrake, are you on with us?
Yes, I am.
Okay, great. So we're going to hear the petition for reconsideration. Each side is going to have 10 minutes total, so I'll keep track of that. And the petitioner, you can go ahead.
Thank you very much, Commissioner. Before we begin, I wanted to inquire as to whether or not the commission was able to review the reply and the exhibits that were provided. It was provided yesterday afternoon. I would have gotten this to you sooner, but so that you're aware, these were documents that were produced as a 10th installment to a public records request from January of last year. And even then, when it was produced in June, the commission staff had sought to actually conceal the full scope of the text messages. It had unlawful redactions. I just now got those text messages about a week ago, a little over a week, and have presented those to you. They're very critical for this commission to consider as part of this petition for reconsideration. And so if they've not looked at those materials, I would request that we look at continuing this hearing so that way the commission staff or the commission has an opportunity to do so. It invokes some very concerning allegations as it relates to a certain special agent within the Gambling Commission.
Okay, 1 second.
I'm checking with our legal manager to see if we received anything yesterday.
Okay.
I'm not aware of anything being received yesterday. I don't know if Mr. Vanderbrake.
Mr. Vanderbrake, did you receive these documents that he's discussing?
Yes, thank you. This matter should not be continued. As Mr. Huguenin just pointed out.
Wait, sorry, Assistant. We're just trying to determine if there were documents submitted yesterday.
I'm sorry. Yes, very late in the day, I received a reply to Commission staff's response to Mrs. Touch's petition for reconsideration.
It wasn't very late in the day. It was at 2:15 p.m. And I included on there all of the WSGC emails. It went to Ms. Rashida Robbins, Mr. Chris Wilson, and also legal@wsgc.wa.gov.
Director Griffin is checking with staff, but I do not believe it got into the commission's packet. I have not seen it myself. Because there has been a motion for continuance, it might be a good idea to allow a response from staff on that, and then we might go into closed session to discuss that specific request before we move into the hearing proper.
Sounds great. Assistant Attorney General Vanderbrake, do you have a response then to the request to continue?
Yeah. Yes, thank you. Mrs. Touch's motion to continue should be denied. As Mr. Huguenin pointed out, he received materials back in June. Now, the day before this reconsideration hearing.
Your Honor, I object. He's talking on substance with respect to the motion for reconsideration. What is before the commission right now is the request for continuance.
And that is what I am addressing, why the motion to continue should be denied. As Mr. Huguenin pointed out, he's had these materials since June, and only the
objection. That misstates facts. That misstates what I stated. I didn't actually get these text messages that are substantive until like after over a month of requesting it from Ms. Henderson at the Gambling Commission. They were concealed. They were inappropriately redacted. This is actually explained in the reply materials, and they were only produced after I told Ms. Henderson that I needed this for this motion practice.
Sorry, you had your chance to state those. Please allow the Attorney General to respond.
Again, the motion to continue should be denied. We are here for the commission to review the record that was created in an administrative evidentiary hearing that spanned 9 days. That's what the review should be limited to under RCW 3405464. This case is governed by Washington's Administrative Procedures Act. The materials that Mr. Huguenin submitted yesterday go outside of the record, and this issue was addressed in commission staff's response to the underlying petition for review, which preceded this petition for reconsideration, when Mrs. Touch attempted to introduce a lot of exhibits that were never part of the record during the administrative evidentiary hearing. What Mrs. Touch is now asking for through Mr. Huguenin is yet another continuance. Again, this matter has been continued before at the petition for review stage as further delay to try to get information into the record that is not part of the record for the commission's review. The motion should be denied. The hearing on this petition for reconsideration should proceed. Thank you.
Thank you.
Commissioner, may I just have one moment to rebut a very critical point there? Because we are here on a motion. We are here on a motion for reconsideration, and that's under CR 59. And under CR 59, there can be a presentation of newly discovered evidence, which is exactly the situation that applies here. So the notion that we're restricted to the record is actually a misstatement of law by Attorney Vanderbrake. And that is the reason why this reply needs to be considered. These text messages, when you have a chance to read the reply, you'll understand the import. And I'd encourage the commission to not turn a blind eye to this matter. Thank you.
Thank you. We will now go into closed session to discuss. We're leaving. I'm sorry. Oh, we're leaving. You guys come on. Okay, good morning. We are back. We are going to continue this matter until August. This will be the final continuance allowable in this matter. That being said, we're only giving our legal professionals a chance to review the materials. They may or may not be considered when we move forward under the petition for reconsideration. So,
Madam Commissioner,
yes.
May I ask one question?
Sure.
Were you able to locate the reply material, or do I need to send this as a hyperlink of some sort? I didn't get a rejection, like a mail not delivered notification at all. So I want to make sure you have that for consideration by your legal professionals.
Chair Levy, yes, we do have a copy of that. So thank you. We did receive it this morning. I got a copy. So
Thank you, sir. And do we know which date in August, or is that yet to be determined?
Staff will be in touch, I think.
Thank you very much for the commission's time, and have a great day.